Story isn't over.
you know.
Will Emma Raducanu win her next Grand Slam in 2025? Emma Raducanu's fairy tale run to the 2021 US Open title has begun to feel like forever ago. The Briton has shown flashes of her best tennis in recent times, but consistency has eluded her. So, it begs the question: when will Raducanu win her next Grand Slam?
As a person and using it in a positive.
Overnight, she was hailed as the
2024 season has been modest at best for Raducanu, but it has been an important one. The youngster could not do too much with a big spotlight on her in 2022 and was sidelined for much of 2023 after undergoing wrist surgery. Injuries, layoffs and comebacks were a part of this year as well, but the Briton did not have a scare as big as some of the hurdles faced last year. And then there were some significant milestones.
to a global star at 18.
Everything, so I'm really grateful for them.
Emma Raducanu's modest at best 2024 season. For someone who has won a Grand Slam, it is baffling that Emma Raducanu had never beaten a top 10 player in her career at the start of this year. But now, she has 2 scalps to her name. Raducanu's biggest results this season came on grass, with her reaching the Nottingham semi-finals as well as the Wimbledon 4th round.
You know,
she came in here ranked 150 in the world and
It was at the latter that she beat a top 10 player, Maria Sakkari, for the first time. She had earlier scored her maiden top 10 win over Jessica Pegula, also on grass. All said and done, the question remains: could Raducanu be seen lifting another Grand Slam trophy when the next cycle begins in just over a month's time? While there is no reason to underestimate the youngster's potential, it is a little unfair to put her in the contenders list again just yet. Consider this.
Or languages, her charisma and energy was infectious.
Barring the Wimbledon championships this season, she has not been able to cross the second round hurdle at any other Grand Slam in the last 3 years. In fact, her win-loss at Grand Slams, barring the 2024 Wimbledon championship, complies at a dismal 5-7 record. Iga Swiatek facing shocking doping ban soon after Jannik Sinner controversy raises questions from Tennis Insider.
The demands of the professional circuit quickly took a toll.
She sacked her coach Andrew Richards.
Just sad. Martina Navratilova bemoans ACLU Deputy Director for Transgender Justice's controversial stance on women's sports. The Briton's contemporaries, Coco Gauff and even the likes of Jung Chinwon, have begun to eat into the space that she once occupied as Grand Slam winner from the newer crop of players. The youngster definitely has the game to beat the best, but her appeal is fading.
But just as
you deal with it, how you feel.
A big part of Emma Raducanu's dream run at the 2021 US Open was made possible because of others' lack of familiarity with her. She had hardly been on tour, was playing qualifiers in the lead up to the US Open, but still somehow found a way to hold a Grand Slam trophy. In a world rich with data analytics, sustaining novelty or surprise in one's game is hard to come by.
her little niggles turned into serious injuries.
Raducanu too fell victim to the same problem as opponents began to read her game a lot more easily. And between spending time at the hospital and rehabs, Raducanu has had very little time to try and find a way to reinvent her game as much as she would like. When she's back in the hunt in 2025, things will need to change drastically.
She sacked her coach Andrew Richards.
Australia has never been a happy hunting ground for Emma Raducanu, who has fallen on the second round hurdle on 3 consecutive appearances to amount for a 3-3 record. She has played at the French Open, lost in the second round for a win-loss of 1-1. Just once, and will need some time to grow on the surface. A return to New York, where she does boast of a 7-2 win-loss, meanwhile just brings with it far too much pressure.
How you feel, but
Her story was like
to terms with all that and
In that sense, Wimbledon remains the Britons' best bet to get back into the winner's circle. It is her home event, her game is tailor-made for quick conditions, and she's posted consistently good results at the venue. Raducanu is at her best when she steps inside the baseline and takes her ground strokes early. That aggressive approach and unwillingness to fall onto back foot was a big part of her success in 2021.
turned into serious injuries.
Do it!
All legendary players with long-term
The Britons' forehand and backhand may be getting back into that shape, but her brain will need more wiring. She has been outside the winner's circle for a minute now and will need some other results to boost her confidence into thinking about winning Grand Slams. For now, her focus should be on blocking out all the outside noise, staying healthy and playing a full season without any major injury setbacks.
game. And with each injury, the pressure only... Story isn't over.
More Grand Slam titles will in all likelihood come Emma Raducanu's way. She will just have to be slightly more patient. Thank you to all the trending news viewers. That's the information we can present to all of you. For our attention and shortcomings, hopefully we can fix them. Don't forget to support our channel. Please press like, comment and subscribe. We thank you for your support.
Her story was like...
to terms with all that and growing as a person and using it in a positive...
Overnight, she was hailed as the... Constant change of coaches hindered her development. Or languages, her charisma and energy was infectious. Her little niggles turned into serious injuries.
Do it!
All legendary players with long-term... Unknown player to a global star at 18.
Everything, so I'm really grateful for them.
The demands of the professional circuit quickly took a toll.
She sacked her coach Andrew Richard.
And with each injury, the pressure only... Story isn't over.
She came in here ranked 150 in the world and...
The new face of tennis. But just as...
You deal with it, how you feel. But
her story was like...
to terms with all that and growing as a person and using it in a positive...